Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to another video. You join me on this beautiful day on this quiet country lane for a reason. We are introducing a new car from Ferrari. But before I continue this video, I want to apologize in advance if I start to look like as if I'm tearing up. It is hay fever season, so if you guys suffer from hay fever, even just talking about it right now is making me want to sneeze and my eyes are about to water up. So I'm going to give it my best shot in filming this video for you. But once again, if it does start to look like my eyes are watering or puffing up or it all seems to be melting, it is the hay fever, and just bear with me a little bit. But today you join me because I am about to share with you a beautiful Ferrari, a very beautiful Ferrari, a Ferrari that is named after one of the most historic cities in Italy, Rome. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Ferrari Roma. So before we start today's video, a big shout out to Simon Green Motorsports, who have allowed us to use their Ferrari Roma today and share it with my channel. So thank you, Simon Green Motorsports. Really appreciate you sharing your Ferrari Roma with us. Hopefully we can sneak into other cars of your collection. Right, let's talk about the design of the car. So this is actually, believe it or not, an entry-level Ferrari. Can you believe that? What am I saying? Entry-level? 3.9 litre V8 that produces around 600 brake horsepower is now considered an entry-level Ferrari in 2021. What has the world come to? Okay, so before we go on to how great the car drives and how Ferrari have set up the whole thing, let's talk about its design, because that is the main reason why we're making a video on this car today, is because of the design. I think it is a stunning design. Now, many people out there would say that, hey, they've copied design elements from Aston Martin, they've copied design elements from Jaguar. Well, look, they are also pretty looking cars. The Aston Martin Vantage, the Aston Martin DBS, the Jaguars, they are pretty cars. They have got curves in the right places, but they haven't quite managed to do what Ferrari are doing, and that is putting it all together in the right symphony. I am very impressed with the design of this car. I was very excited when it was first launched. I actually shared it on my Instagram. I asked all my followers, I said, what do you guys think about this? Should we buy one? And some people were bullying it and saying that, hey, it looks too similar to the Jaguars, but I don't think so. And if we was to get that comment, I think we would have got that comment now. This is a quiet little country road where I like to come and make my videos. There is a bit of traffic here, there is a bit of a footfall, mostly the elderly people going for a nice walk, doing some fishing and that sort of stuff. And I bring quite a lot of cars here to make videos with for you guys, and this one has got the most compliments. And if I was ever to get someone say that this looks like an Aston Martin or it looks like a Jaguar, it would have happened now, but they recognize it straight away that it is a Ferrari. And that might be because of the multiple badges that are here. So there's one here, there's one here, there's the Ferrari Scuderia shields on the side, there's the wheel center locks, there's a lot of Ferrari branding on it, in case you are mistaken. Now, talking about the car, first of all, before we move on towards the back end of it, I thought we would go underneath the bonnet of the car. This door, the door handle is basically this cutout here. You push it in and you pull it towards you. It actually gives you vibes of the old school Ferraris. Now, I haven't had a chance, understandably, to get up close and personal with some of these classic Ferraris because they're worth so much now, but that's what I assume, and what I have imagined is that's how the doors open. I'm right, am I not? I think I am. Anyway, let's open the bonnet and have a look at what is, oh wow, 3.9 litre V8 twin turbo that produces around 600 brake horsepower, and doesn't she look beautiful underneath the bonnet? Oh wow, I could look at that for days. That is stunningly put together. Well, there we have it. There's the engine. More on the performance shortly. Front end of the car we've covered, nice integrated headlights. The number plate, actually we've just put a sticker on this side, that'll do. It's quite muscular. This one is finished in a silver with lots of metallic in it. It's quite a sunny day today, so we can see some pop in it. I personally would get one in a black. I think black with red interior would look pretty neat, but this is also a stunning color, a stunning setup, a very neutral setup, something that you can live with every day. Another one of my favorite angles of the car is actually the rear of the car, and just looking from here, it looks so wide, so fat, so muscular. If we see from this part of the car, I don't even want to, but it just looks so muscular here, and it makes the car look very powerful, very wide, and it's just got really nice lines to it. So this actual rear end of it makes me really excited to think that an entry-level Ferrari looks that wide. Normally entry-level cars are not all that great. Like, it's just, you know, you get the badge, you get the car, and it's making you feel like you're part of the brand. But this by no means feels like an entry-level Ferrari. Ferrari were actually trying to aim for a new customer base. They were actually targeting new clients. Now, I'm a bit confused because they also have the Portofino, and the Portofino is also a similar size car to the Roma. So where does this all sit? I don't know. I'm a bit all over the place. Ferrari and we get on sometimes we don't get on. Anyways, there it is. There's the car. There's an integrated spoiler in here as well that comes up when you're braking or you're going fast. Wow, it is such a beautiful car that you can just walk around it time and time again and really appreciate it. I personally think it is one of the most beautiful Ferraris for sale right now. The F8 Tributo, just a facelift 488, is it not? The SF90, the new Ferrari hypercar, all these are just doing a bit too much. In an era where cars are becoming all wild with big vents and different angles, it's nice to have like a little throwback to finding nice curved panels all put together in a contemporary way. Now let's have a look inside the car, because that is where the real changes happen. And I'm not gonna lie, I've got a bit of a headache trying to work the interior of this car. Let's check it out. Operating that door handle is always quite a lot of fun. Let's close it up and let's talk you through the interior of the Ferrari Roma. So when you initially jump into the car, it goes without saying that it is a very nice place to be. You're greeted by a huge curved screen that says Ferrari Roma on it. You've got a pretty snazzy looking steering wheel with carbon fiber leather. You've got a screen in the middle. And what I notice is a lack of buttons. Now that worries me. That worries me a lot, especially on high performance cars, because it is super annoying at times trying to make this stuff work. The engine start stop button is actually a touch thing now. So should we push it? Foot on the brake. Oh dear. Push it again. It definitely sounds pretty neat. Let's just quickly turn that off for a moment. Now I am actually quite tall, and right now I am super comfortable in this car. I've got plenty of headroom. I'm sitting quite far back. I have a nice driving position. I've got quite a lot of the bonnet in front of me. It's not as long as the SLS, but you know, still the bonnet is there. You can tell it is a front-engined supercar. Well, things that are really annoying are, in fact, this yellow detailing that is on the car. It reflects a lot off the dashboard, which is quite annoying when you're driving. There's a LCD screen on the passenger side as well, so the passenger can have a little fiddle with things whilst the driver focuses on driving. Other than that, there's not much I can say about it. Like, just like even trying to go into all of this infotainment system and whatever, it's just, especially with like all this pollen that's going around in the air, and with my hay fever, it's just making me angry trying to operate this thing. So when it comes down to the infotainment, the interior of this car, and you know, all these touchscreen buttons and stuff, go watch someone else's video, because I'm not talking you through this. I've got a headache. I'm interested about how the car drives, how it sounds, and is it a true Ferrari? Let's start her up again. Shall we take her for a drive? I think so. Okay, so you join me in the Ferrari Roma. Hey. There we are, putting it into reverse using the classic Ferrari buttons. Yes, the yellow stripe is reflecting off the dashboard like a... Indicators still on the steering wheel like the 458, 488, stop start. So you can actually tell from the way the power is delivered how much turbo assistance there is. It actually feels a little bit like a Porsche 911 Turbo S. So it revs to about 7,500 RPM before it's time to shift gears. And being a front-engined supercar, front-engined Ferrari, it's actually one of the first that I've ever driven, and I am just so very surprised in how different it drives to a mid-engine supercar, such as the 488 Spider, 458, even the 430. I'm just so used to driving mid-engine supercars that having something with near enough 600 brake horsepower in the front feels very, very interesting. It's very directive in the way that you steer. It has completely different characteristics. As you can imagine, a lot of the weight's on the front, so when you're pointing the car into the turns, into the corners, it is very, very precise, very, very directive. The steering is very, very nice as well, very smooth. Just being in the cabin now, like, okay, for example, now it's a little bit warm in the car. I've popped the windows because I don't want no wind interference, and now I just want to put the air conditioning on so it's just enough to keep me cool, because it's off right now. Let's see how difficult this is. So it's off, right? I'm driving. Oof. AC. Push the cool thing. Right, push that cool thing. Oh, give me some air, please. Okay. Right, there we are. So I have made it work. It's not the end of the world, but it is still quite difficult to use whilst driving. So I would have preferred buttons to that. If you guys find difficulty in using cars with touch screens and stuff like that, this definitely isn't the Ferrari for you. But the way the cars are going, I guess we're pretty much stuck with it. Full huge big digital screen to see what's going on with the car. So what I really like about this Ferrari is that it's made to just use every day, enjoy, and not something that should be parked in the garage and pulled out once every weekend. It is a usable Ferrari. Obviously, I'm having personal problems with the touchscreen buttons, but putting that to the side, it behaves and drives like a normal car, like any good normal car. I could live with this. It's not jerky. It's got a beautiful 8-speed dual clutch transmission gearbox, which is very, very smooth. It's super quick. Don't be fooled by its looks. Whoa, easy, Tiger. Oh, so as you can see, I'm driving through the village and getting a lot of positive looks. It's not what you normally get from Ferraris. You normally get the well, this one, I think this one people like. As you can tell, guys, this car by no means is a entry-level slow Ferrari. It is one of the most impressive I've driven. The braking is so good on it as well. The way it just goes into the corners, so directive, so impressive. Pretty cool. And then you can just switch it into comfort mode, put your elbow on the door card, and you're good to go. Now let's put this in automatic mode. And you can use it as an everyday GT drivable car. In fact, the more time I'm spending with this car, the more it's making me want one. Even though I'm struggling with the whole touchscreen infotainment side of things, but I guess that's just the way things are going now. So you're gonna have to live with it. Sometimes when you catch it in the right gear and it heads over to about 6.5, 7,000 RPM, you get a little bit of wheel spin out the back as well. That's just all down to the power and the torque that this car produces. As I mentioned before, do not be fooled by the car's looks or where it sits in the Ferrari lineup. This is by no means a slow Ferrari. It is very, very impressive. Oh, what was that? So much tech in this. Oh, look.
Sorry, there are no contacts available.
What is going on? Oh. All I'm loving about this car is the way it drives, the way it feels, the way it handles, the way it sounds. Ferrari, you have done a fantastic job with the Roma. I guess if you're going to name the model after one of the most historic cities in the world, it has to be good. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure you subscribe, share and like for more, and I'll see you soon for more fun content. Take it easy, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.